Maomao's dad used to work for the rear palace before getting kicked out, and we wonder why that happened. But perhaps we'll get to hear a little bit more about it in this episode. Maybe we'll get to see a little bit more of Adu as well. Who knows? We'll just have to see. If you guys like the video, like the video. If you dislike it, dislike it. I do have my full length up on Patreon and early access to non-seasonal and some seasonal shows like this one on the YouTube memberships. Other than that, let us get started. Oh. Ooh, where is she on a tea party with? Uh-oh. I know you did it. Oh shit, she's got a butcher's knife! I was like, is she planning on running away? Or like, is Adu getting the boot, right? When are you moving out? The big cleanup was an excuse. Oh, it is my business. Family business, huh? Uh-oh. The misfortune. Oh, so she didn't get the help. Oh! Wow. Of the quack. Ooh, is that why he was expelled? Oh my god, the face change. Must have banned that powder. Is it allergies? Or just poison? Ah! Ah! All these infants! And then the same thing happened to Lishu. Oh, that music though. Mm-hmm. Almost died eating honey as a baby. She's just like... That's why she's afraid. And then she came back, she's just like, that's it. I'm gonna fuck Lishu up. Yeah, you want money? What do you want, huh? God, that butcher's knife. Like, if she starts walking towards the butcher's knife, just get out. Do you know what's precious to the people most precious to you? She was the one. She paved her own path, huh? The will of heaven, man, God is such an asshole. Fucked, that's what. Don't have it in my heart. She really said, I can't relate. 2 models and make it 1. Oh, those just watching. Same. Same. She was ready to get fucking slashed, dude. Damn, she was right. What if she was going for your fucking shoulder? Nope. Yeah, and then she just happened to turn herself in. Ooh, what a coincidence. She's like, oh, it's poison, by the way. It'll just give you a little bit of a buzz, you know? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I suppose you can say she could live without knowing that Abdul doesn't know. Why is Abdul so beautiful? The fuck, dog? Is she planning on climbing up? I mean, Abdul was up there drinking last time, huh? I like that she's got a little fuzzy jacket on, you know, for a cold night and everything. Well, shit. Yes! Just a little nightly drink. Damn, she's drinking straight from the bottle. On purpose. Became his friend. Or you're not producing any more babies, so. Oh, she waited. Well, that's why she comes up here to drink, huh? Pour her a drink. Okay, was indeed a suicide. A lot of loyalty out here for Adul. God, imagine just accidentally tripping and falling. Oh, as I was saying. Ooh. He's a little drunk. Yes. The host? They just took off. Oh, Adul. Oh no. It's an iron grip. Understandable. Have you tried... Oh. He's crying. Because Adul is leaving? Oh, we're gonna get a new concubine later. Okay, so yeah, she did... Oh my god, they're twins! Not died? Huh. Physically punished. An idiotic delusion? What if it's not, huh? Damn, can't even chase after the... I mean, she's a little kid. She's proud to run so fast. Look at her. How reassuring that must be. Ouch! Oh shit, a storm is coming. I heard she was kidnapped and paid off. Are you saying that Fengming's family kidnapped her? Nani? Okay, so we're putting in the idea that her baby's not dead. Abdul's baby is not dead. Got swapped at some point. So fuck Empress Dowager's baby, I guess. And I guess the Empress was also like, looks like my son to me. I can't tell the difference between my baby. Why does my baby have a different eye color? It's like a cat, you know? Kittens got blue eyes, but then it just vanishes as they grow up. I don't know, you know? It's, Maomao says, it's just an idiotic delusion. Okay. Anyways, are we gonna see Adu again? I'm gonna go write my notes and we will be right back to the center. Alright, so that was episode 11 of the Apothecary Diaries. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a pretty good episode. You know, it's quite emotional. We got a little see a little bit more of Adu, and we're just out here getting slapped with all the reveals and everything. Like, goddamn, dude, holy shit! And we've got like the reveal towards the end with the idea that Maomao might have not just randomly got kidnapped by some random people, right? Going to put her into the rear palace and everything. That the possibility could be related to Fengming's family and their connections. And, you know, possibly, I wrote this as a joke in my notes where I just said, you know, or maybe her dad did just sell her. He put it up at some point. He's just like, oh, I guess it truly is what's fate, huh? Damn you, Loman. That's the current mystery / reveal that we have. That's gonna go towards the next episode. So that will be nice to learn a little bit more about this whole spiel of Maomao being brought here, and again, her dad saying, wow, must be fate, you know, you're an apothecary, kind of like a doctor almost, kind of like me, and now you're working at the rear palace where I used to be. So who knows what's going to happen there, unless you've read the manga, then of course you would know. I've got two major things to talk about, but I just wanted to make note on Lishu and the way that Maomao talks that, hey, this lonely concubine has a lady in waiting that she can trust, or a trusting lady in waiting, finally, right? It must be really reassuring that someone actually cares about her, unlike these three fucking idiots over here. I still am in the belief that we need to slap these three girls and then fire them. Get them out of here. And also, who is Lishu's head in waiting? Like, does she not have a head lady in waiting? Did I say head in waiting? Anyways, who? Who is it? But we can see that this woman has been more attentive to Lishu, and I do wish that she, I was gonna say grow a pair, but yeah, that's, you know, she grows a spine. There you go. Hopefully she grows a spine and defend her lady and everything, right? Defend Lishu, because Lishu's not out. She's not going to be out here defending herself, unfortunately. She's a little bit too naive and everything. So that's the most that I want for this taster, but also she's the taster, so like the possibility of her dying is also pretty high. If the next person decide that they're gonna poison Lishu next. heading on over to the majority of this whole thing, which is Maomao saying that she's not a detective, but also here she is deducting everything. God, dude, her deducting skills is just too great. It's almost like she was there in that scenario or something. But we're going to see Fengming's side of the story as she she wasn't really the one who was explaining it. It was really more of Maomao saying everything for her, you know, just to make sure that this is your story, right? This is what you think. What we find was that because Adu was having the birthing of her child the same time as the Empress Dowager, but the Empress Dowager takes priority, and that's why Lumen was not there. He had to take care of the Empress first, and because of that, the Empress Dowager, and because of that, that resulted in Adu losing her uterus, and that meant that she could never have a baby ever again. Wow, who would have thought losing your uterus would result in that? But the reason why the baby died in the first place is because Fengming kept feeding the baby honey, which she thought was fine. You know, the whole ignorance and everything, but it's also during these times where people just I would say, you know, people in the olden age are stupid, but people in the modern age are also still very stupid. But I think the stupidity bar has gone up a little bit, you know, here in the modern age. Even though we're still stupid, we still kind of have a little bit better knowledge. But at some point, you know, my faith in that stupidity bar kind of goes down at some point. People don't know any better during these times, and especially as we see a lot of the flowers planted in this real palace are often poisonous, and like with the whole like makeup being poisonous as well. It's bad. But Fengming feels extremely guilty for killing Ado's son by feeding it honey, and she had plans to make sure that Ado never knows that she was the reason why her son is dead in the first place, because, well, she hears Ado crying herself to sleep every single night and whatever. And I'm still trying to think about that, because, like, that's what Fengming says, that's her recording, but if Ado knows, if the whole swapping thing is said to be real, I assume it's like 80%, maybe 90%. You can see the resemblance between Ado and Jinshi. Anyways, I'll talk about that in a bit. But if Ado knows that her son is still alive, it's like, why is she crying every night? Well, other than the fact that, you know, she swapped her baby and you know, she'll never be able to see her son again because her son's going to be living as the Empress Dowager's son and not her son. Okay, I think I just explained that maybe. Also mentioned that the possible reason that Lumen got expelled in the first place is because of the constant mistakes that he's made. Whether it's with the birth for Ado and then eventually the death of the baby that he could not prevented, and possibly the swapping in the first place, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. So we got to see Lishu and Adu's mother-daughter relationship, and it's very cute. Unfortunately, once Fengming finds out that Lishu's got an adverse reaction to honey when she was a child, she can't have her hanging out with Adu anymore in case she mentions it, and then Adu might be like, oh, is that why my son died? So Fengming tries her best to just continuously keep Lishu out, and possibly that's the reason why Lishu is so afraid of Fengming in the first place, because she's this giant wall that is keeping her between her and her mother figure anyways. And it explains why Lishu is sneaking about in Adu's palace, right? Hoping to not see Fengming so then Fengming can't frickin' kick her out again. So, understandable. And in the end, despite Fengming out here feeling a little murderous, you know, with her fucking butcher's knife and everything, she breaks down, she cries about it, and Maomao gives her the option, which is to turn her 2 crimes into 1. And by turning it into 1, she will still die, but she will protect the secret that she's been keeping from Abdul this whole time, right? At least she knows that she will die without the guilt being passed on or the guilt being known to Abdul. So it's oof. So anyways, Fengming's dead. GG, boys. I'm looking at this this part where it's nighttime, and then well, there's all the packages and stuff. Packages, the boxes. So I assume this is Abdul's place. Okay, and then Jinshi comes over. Okay, that's what I was like. Jinshi comes over, and then he's the one who was having a drink with Abdul. And then Abdul at some point got dressed and then just went up to the wall again. Here we learn that the servant's suicide was true. It's not just a coincidence. She was doing this in order to protect Abdul, and whether there's the possibility of Fengming helping her in the first place because of her bound feet. How could she, get herself up here? Abdul figured that it was a suicide. She's just over here like, man, these fucking stupid idiots. Stupid. We're all fucking idiots out here, aren't we? Yes, Abdul. Yes. We're all just a bunch of dummies out here, just trying to survive. But it shows this unwavering loyalty towards Abdul and how she seems to be in a very much a leadership position. The way that she acts, kind of like how Fengming fell in love with her. I say that lightly, but not like romance love. She fell in with Abdul because she saw how, despite her position, she talked to the prince or she talked to the emperor as if they're on equal leveling grounds, right? That's something that any other person, especially a woman, would not be able to do. And so Fengming finds utter respect in Abdul's authority, and that gives Abdul a big position again in leadership, and it also gives that unwavering loyalty. But because of that unwavering loyalty, it feels like they become blinded by it. And so despite Abdul's wish, they just fucking kill himself. So they sacrifice themselves in order to protect her secrets, their secrets, in order to protect her. Okay, Abdul, while she's out here drinking and everything, goes in a little bit of a monologue by herself, as what Maomao says. Maybe she probably would have said this even if she wasn't here, right? She's just speaking out loud, not to anybody in particular. Maomao just happens to be here. And so Abdul said that her son left her, and that ever since her son left her and the emperor had returned to being friends, and she wondered why she clung to her title for so long, right? She's been wanting to pass this title for a long while, and she said that she had only gotten the position of concubine out of pity. And I remember I was hearing that for the first time 20 minutes ago. I was like, that's weird. What do you mean that you were given the position of concubine? Weren't you a concubine before? But no, from what we learned later on is that she was just the nurse's daughter, and that she was the emperor, the current emperor, who was the prince back then. She was the childhood friend of him. And so after that incident, she was given the concubine position, which is interesting. But after Abdul leaves, Maomao leaves eventually, and she drops right onto Jinshi, who is also a little drunk. He's a little buzzed out here, and he just needed somebody to hug. He's drunk, and he's clingy, and he's sad. He's out here crying. And before we know that he was drinking with Abdul, this is the last time that they could drink with one another as I don't know, mother and son. Okay, I was going with like the last episode, and I was just like, how old is Jinshi? How old is this man? This boy now, I guess. If he is the swapped son, if he is Abdul's son, and that's why they look so familiar to one another. That's why Maomao sees Abdul and she is reminded of Jinshi, and the both of them have a androgynous face. It's like a clear resemblance to one another. But if he is her son, does that mean he's 17? Or 18? At the very least, I would assume 18. I wouldn't assume he's 7. At the very least, I would assume he's 18. That goes back to all the other things that we've been learning about Jinshi, right? That he's up at a much higher position that he's supposed to be. He's got this hairpin that belongs to something that's like very higher up, and really the biggest higher up of them all is the Emperor. And we hadn't really seen who the Emperor's son was, other than making the excuse that, oh, he's always been sick out here. So with Maomao's deduction skills and her thinking about the possibility of swapped babies, I do like that, like, Abdul swapped the baby, and then Fengming accidentally killed the Empress Dowager's son, and then she says if that was only discovered after the loss of the real son of the real son of the Empress Dowager, then that explains why Lumen was physically punished. And all I can think about is, damn, dude, they fucking took his kneecaps. Literally. Damn, dude, they didn't just bust his kneecap, they just took it. God damn, dude. God damn. And if this is true, if we're on the 90% possibility that it's true, I love that they just didn't see the difference. You know what? I don't know, maybe if you put two babies who came from the same bloodline or something, I probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference either. Who knows, right? Especially if they've got the same hair color and the same haircut and the same eye color and everything, you know? I might not be able to tell the difference. It's like how some people might not be able to tell the difference between their dog and somebody else's dog. I like that the original son, I will call him that for now, the original son of Empress Dowager dies, and they're just like, oh fuck, now we've just got this swap baby. So like, what do we do? Well, if they know that it's a swap baby, then like they would assume that Abdul had something to do with it at the very least. I don't know. But they're just probably like, you know, this kid technically got blood of the Emperor, so I guess we'll just raise him as the Emperor, as the princess's brother, but not really, because it's the princess's son. Well, Maomao says it could explain why the Emperor's younger brother is in a delicate position, because he's not actually the brother, he's his son. Well then. Fun times for everyone, dude. Fun times for everyone. That's pretty much all I have to say, other than if Jinshi is the Emperor's younger brother, then like, does that actually really make him a eunuch? Like, is a eunuch just a lie thing? Then again, you know, if he wasn't a eunuch, would Maomao have noticed? Maybe not, you know? Maybe not. But hey, if she did decide to go for, was it last episode, you know, to kick him in the groin, she might have realized that he's not a eunuch at all. Who knows, huh? Who knows? But other than that, if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next episode.